Hi everyone, in today's video we are going to learn how to create dynamic dependent drop-down list in Excel. Dependent drop-down list refers to the collection of drop-downs where the options of one drop-down depends on the criteria selected from other drop-down. So in this tutorial we will learn the easiest way to create multi-level dependent drop-down lists. So let's begin with today's video. Here you can see I have a database where I have information about products, subcategories and models, and I want to create a drop-down list in this format, okay, where I want to see my products, and on the basis of their selection I want to see the relevant subcategories, and then on the basis of subcategories I want to see the relevant models. So let's go back to our main database. In order to create different levels you need a separate sheet. You can name it as working. Now let's first copy our main column from here. Place your cursor on the header and press Ctrl Shift down arrow key, then press Ctrl C, and let's bring it here by pressing Ctrl V. Now I want only unique values, so in order to remove them, press Ctrl Shift down arrow key to select your column and then press Alt A M from the keyboard, and let's select OK. And you will be left with the unique values. The next step is to copy this selection, press Ctrl C, and let's paste it here by using the transpose option. Click on this and we will get this list in transpose form. Okay. Now I want to bring their subcategories here. For this purpose, let's copy it from here and then move to our main database. Let me paste these values here. Now copy this exact header and paste it over them. Now I need to create some space between these columns, so I'm going to choose first header and then press Ctrl from the keyboard, and while pressing Ctrl, click on all the other headers, and from the keyboard press Ctrl Shift and plus and select entire column and press OK. This will create some additional space between the columns. Now we want all the list of electronic products under this criteria. Okay, so I'm going to use advanced filter here. Select the columns of product and subcategories, then press from the keyboard Alt AQ, and this window will appear. First select copy to another location. Now here the list range is the range that we have already selected. Okay, then in the criteria range, give these two cells as a criteria, and then in the section of copy to, let's give the reference of this cell and check this unique records only and press OK. And here you can see that we have got the subcategories that were existing under electronics. From here you can see the electronics contain laptop and mobiles. Okay. Similarly, we can bring subcategories of this product as well. First select your range, then press from the keyboard Alt AQ, choose copy to another location. List range will be the same. Here in the criteria range, now I am going to select these two cells and let's copy them to this cell. Check unique records only and press OK. Then for this, again we need to select our range. Press Alt AQ from the keyboard and check this copy to another location in the criteria range. I am going to enter this and let's press copy to this cell. Choose unique records only and press OK. Now I want to bring these options to my working sheet. So let's first select one column, then press Ctrl from the keyboard, and without leaving it, select all other columns that we want to move to working sheet. Okay, then press Ctrl C, go to working sheet, and then place your cursor here and press Ctrl V. So here you can see that how quickly we got our subcategories under the product list. Now our next task is to create some empty columns between these columns. Click on the first cell of your first column, then press Ctrl and then select all the following columns while pressing the Ctrl. And then from the keyboard press Ctrl Shift plus and choose entire column and press OK. This will create some empty space between our columns. And why do we need this space? I will explain it later in the video. Now our next task is to bring the models under these categories. This means that we want to split them more. Okay, so let's copy them from here to here and again you can copy it from here and place it here. Okay, now we will follow the same procedure. Let's copy these categories from here and then again go to datasheet. Let's remove these columns first. Press Ctrl minus from the keyboard and here paste the categories that we copied from our working sheet. Now again copy this subcategory header and paste over them. Here we again need to follow the same criteria that we did for level 2. Like this time we need the models and our basic criteria is basically the subcategory. So in order to get models here, what we can do, this time we will select the column B and C and press Alt AQ from the keyboard. Now choose copy to another location and here instead of A and B, give the reference of this. Criteria range will be this and copy to this cell and choose unique records only and press OK. So here you will get your model that is falling under the laptop. Okay, you can copy it from here and then paste it here. Similarly, you can do the same thing for all other categories. If you are creating your multiple dependent drop-down list for the first time, then it will consume some time. So let's move towards our first category. Here we want to convert this list into a drop-down and want it to appear here. Okay, so let's first convert it into a table. Select your range and press Ctrl T from the keyboard. And check my table has headers, okay, because product is our title, and press OK. Now leave the header and select all the cells and go to Formula tab and click on Define Name. Again click on Define Name and here you are going to provide the name that is basically your title. So I am going to type here Product and press OK. Similarly, convert all these into tables. Leave the header, select the cells below the header and go to Formula tabs, choose Define Name, again click on Define Name and this time we are going to give the name Electronics. Be very careful about your spellings, okay, and press OK. So here you can see that I have converted all the levels in table format. Let's start creating our drop-down list here. For the product, go to Data and go to Data Tools. In Data Tools, go to Data Validation. Again, choose Data Validation. And in Settings box, you will see the Allow. Click on this box and choose List from here. Now here, we have to provide our source. Okay. Our source list is basically our product list and we named it as product. Okay. But if you forget the name, then you can press F3 from the keyboard to see all the names that you gave to your columns. So my first list is a product, so I'm going to choose it, press OK and again press OK. And here you can see my product category drop-down is ready. Now for the subcategory, again go to Data tab, go to Data Tools, go to Data Validation, click on Data Validation and in the settings, choose List. This time we are going to type a simple formula in direct and give the reference of this cell. Okay, close the parenthesis and press OK. Now here you can see a new drop down list has created. If you click on it, you can see that it is showing laptop and mobile. If I change the category from here, then you can see it is showing me the categories that fall under this product. If I choose clothing from here, then you can see it is showing me all the items that fall under clothing. Okay. Now for the model drop-down list, again go to Data, click on Data Tools, click on Data Validation, again click on Data Validation, choose from here List. Okay. And again we are going to type the same formula in direct, start the parenthesis and give the reference of this cell. Close the parenthesis and press OK. And click on Yes. Now if I choose any category from here, then you can see that model is showing me all the types that come under this subcategory. Now if I choose furniture from here and let's choose chair from here, then model will show all the products that fall under chair category. Okay. If we choose table from here, then model will show all the types that fall under this subcategory. Okay. So here you can see that how easy it was to create dependent drop-down list. Now if you want to expand it in future, you can easily do this. Go to working sheet and let's type jewelry here. Okay, now let's go back to dashboard and see jewelry will be reflected here. Okay, now we want to add subcategories. Again, you need to create some empty space here. Now again select it, convert it into table and check my table has headers. Leave the header. Okay, select the rows below the header. Go to formula tab, click on define name and here I am going to type art title name. Okay, and press OK. Now you don't need to do anything. Go back to your dashboard and here if I choose jewelry, you can see the subcategories will be reflected here automatically. Okay, so in order to create their models, you can go here at level 3 and create their subcategories here and then again convert them to table as I showed you already. Okay, so in this way these drop down lists are not only dependent but are also expandable. Now here comes the question that why are we leaving some empty columns in between? The reason is that if the column is adjacent, then the Excel table makes that column its part and it will not be considered as a separate table. But here we want each category to be reflected as a separate table. That's why I separated the column with empty columns in between. So if you liked today's video, then don't forget to hit like, drop a comment and subscribe to my channel. This is all for today. Stay blessed, stay happy.